That's us talking, right? So we'll wait till there's one or two punters in, but we need to talk. Well, I was waiting on Trump's flight coming in, but I think it's another 2 hours for now. But I think it's going to come in from the other way. It's not going to go by. I know not everyone was a fan of Trump, but it'd have been quite cool to have the flight that him do a flyby for us all. But aye, the thing is, the Blackhawks and all that will be up soon, making sure and all that. But me and Wee Tam are doing on the balcony. It'd have been better if I could have done that, wouldn't it? What a tube! But aye, just on the balcony talking mince about the Rangers. But hopefully it's a weird time though. 6:30 though. It's a Friday in it. It's a bit, but at least we can upload it and just our chat. There's 1, 2, 3. So we'll just wait. But met Tam the other night in Edmiston House. It was good, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
That's the first time I've been in here. It's a good setup.
Met Callum Beattie as well.
Callum Beattie, he might come on the podcast further down. No, maybe not. I'm only joking. But anyway, he won't. He's I never even mentioned that to him, but it would be a good guy to blether to. A good bear as well. Oh, there's lads, there's boys in from Benidorm watching. Aye.
Good evening.
Good
Wish
evening.
we had your weather just now.
The weather's not bad though.
Not too bad.
Well, the other week, I tell you what, I came out here at 10 in the morning, 2 Saturdays ago. I think in all my years in Scotland, that was the hottest I felt. It was genuinely hot. Like, it was like, wow, man. But that's 27 people. Right, let's go. Tuesday, the game. How did you see it?
It was good. It was a good start to Russell Martin's competitive era.
Yeah.
I think the players played well. Big shout out to young Finlay Curtis. What a player, by the way. Genuinely, what a player. I think we have something special there.
Money as well down the line.
The boy's really confident, and he took his goal absolutely amazing as well.
I mean, because when I was in the Govan rear, or the Sandy Jardin rear, me and a guy Adza was 6. We were right down the throat of it. We seen it. It's like, wow, man. The first half, we started the first 7 or 8 minutes good, and then we kind of lost our way. What I loved, nobody's head went down and nobody hurt, nobody hid, because of doing this podcast stuff, I thought, I need to look away what's happening off the pitch. The gaffer was going mental at times. He was arms there shouting at them and all that, and that was good. The jersey wasn't too heavy for anyone, Because I see when young Gassama came on, I thought, please have a good goal,
It was also the red card did change the game. It
did. The thing about a red card, it can kill a game, I know. You know what I mean? Because what I liked, we ended up playing against 2 banks, a 4 and a 5 and a 4, and we still scored another goal. It was outside the box and all that, but it's still.
Both goals were absolute screamers.
See, the big thing I was worried about was Ibrox, but Ibrox was absolutely brilliant. I'm not saying the atmosphere was the best we've ever heard, far from it, but it was just, when somebody lost a ball of that, it was, it wasn't an aggressive, it was a natural, but where I was sitting, there was nobody giving it yeehaw.
No, I was sitting in Broomlow in front, and it was all positive, especially for young Finlay Curtis.
Yeah.
People were shouting, keep your head up, Finlay, you're all good.
That's what we want here.
And the tifo at the start was amazing.
I know, it's just, see the time and effort the young team put into that just, and it's a skill. I would love to be able to draw. I mean, I know that's more than drawing, but somebody I forgot how much it cost, but it's a few balls.
It was £5,600 to put that together.
For 90 seconds?
Yeah.
What happens when they finish with them?
They destroy the tifo.
Is that because that's another thing. The tifo, the material, so it's got to be fireproof and all that, and it's not just bed sheets, it's not just normal bed sheets, it's got to have an HSE signature or something in it.
I think the reason they're destroyed is because the police will try and seize tifos and stuff,
right?
And if they find anybody with any material, they will try and press charges and stuff. So tifos do get destroyed. And most of the banners are gone, apart from the main Union Bears one that just.
Of course, aye. But I know I've got to let us say once we finish, I'll put a link in below to the Union Bears where you can donate to the young team, because that's a lot of effort they put in. I've got to tip my hat to. I know some people that sometimes the Union Bears can be a bit of an emotive subject, but we need the young team, you know what I mean? And you think about it, as old farts, we've seen Tam, I've said before, as old farts, we've seen success. These young chaps haven't, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm really looking forward to. I keep saying this, but yeah. See, Andy Watson, what you saying?
Don't forget that they were down to 10 men.
Yeah. I'm still finding this. There's Rab. That's a good comment. The first is, that's exactly it. We came out, I left Ibrox and was like, wait, I didn't want to lose, because I was, but it's going to be difficult over there. I listened to one of the other podcasts last night. I can't remember which one it was. They've moved to Olympic Stadium, which is 80,000, and I think I believe they've only sold a third of it, because we know what they call Greek teams can be pretty passionate,
They can be aggressive as well at some times.
Absolutely, yeah.
I have to tip my hat off to their fans.
They were brilliant.
They were absolutely amazing. Sometimes they were louder than us at one point.
Absolutely, yeah.
But they were very respectful. I bumped into a couple of them leaving the game.
Right, no.
No, very respectful. They came over, shook my hand and said, cheers for the game.
Aye.
But it'll be interesting going over there next week.
It will be in there'll be a good support. I mean, there's Rangers fans that live in the Med, live in Greece. I get what 1,500, 2,000 or something like that. I would guess Athens is easy enough to get to. The EasyJet type stuff. Athens is a busy place. What's this? Can we show that one?
Yeah,
oh, there we go. Aye.
So the guy says, hopefully we'll go out and try and win the game on Tuesday and not try to hold on to 2-0. That's what we're hoping. It will be a hard game, but we need to think about tomorrow as well, because we are playing Middlesbrough tomorrow.
Yeah.
They've went and got the full Broom loan.
I know. I think somebody said that they've sold 6.5, so that's still going to be allowed.
So be good to welcome them up. I think that tomorrow will be a bit of a different lineup.
Aye.
Because he's going to want to rest people.
Aye. With the young, what's his name will be in goals. It will be Butland, but
Mason Mount.
Aye. I think Big Dessers will start. I've got a feeling Big Dessers will start. It'll be interesting to see. There'll be a lot of rotation. As they say, we don't want to injure players and all that, but we also want them match fit.
Do you think we'll see Hamza Iggerman tomorrow?
That's a good question. No, I don't think we'll play tomorrow. I'll be on the bench. He might come on for 10, 15. Good question, because he could be the next week in Greece. He could be the other way around. He could start as the impact from the start. You go up, run your backside off, and get us a goal. Because I know it's everything we talk about on these blogs and podcasts. We're running cliches almost. We all know. Oh, sorry, team. We all know. Don't lose a goal early, and they'll be coming out to try and to get a goal early, and that also leaves them open at the back.
I think definitely for tomorrow, as Graham said, it's a trial game. Russell Martin will be trying a lot of different things tomorrow. He might be playing players in different positions. He could even change his shape. We don't know. But I think it'll be a learning experience tomorrow.
It totally is. I mean, it's about match fitness and all that. Like somebody said in the page today, or I might have been Twitter, I said something, why we're not paying a big team? Right, number one, what a lot of people do is we need to pay for them to come. If you want Real Madrid, it's £5 million or something like that, and that bounces down onto the ticket price. I think if I'm wrong with that, I'm not saying Real Madrid are £5 million, but if you're going for an A-list European team, we've got to pay for them, and that means the ticket price will be bigger. And you think we do it half 3-0, but 4-0, 5-0 tomorrow. I know I always say pre-season doesn't matter, but if we've been beat 4-0 by a Real Madrid or a Barca or a Man United or something like that,
how's that going to go?
It's a wee bit, you know what I mean? Because even if it's a bounce game, they go into the pitch want to win.
100%. It doesn't matter. For me, anyway, it doesn't matter what game you're playing. Doesn't matter who your opponent is.
You want to win.
Even, say, for instance, it's little pub team feeding versus Rangers. It's you still go out and you try your best because you never know what can happen in football.
Exactly. I mean, there we go. Academy players tomorrow. Yeah. It's a strange one to decide. It's I think I would go. There'll be academy players, and I love that the gaffer will allow that. But Finlay Curtis is the perfect example. The thing is, a lot of people going about our academy should be a lot better. It's no easy to get into the Rangers first team as a kid. You know what I mean? I know and what's happened over the years, I can't even remember the names of the young team, but players that have come up, they've been bought by teams down south, and I don't get that.
Nathan Patterson.
Not even but even ones that have never made it to the first team, they go to Newcastle, Fulham, or that. They might not be millionaires instantly, but they're extremely wealthy overnight compared to the would be at Rangers. But hopefully now that we've got more money available, we can maybe play the players a wee bit more. But I love the story about young Curtis's mum and dad. I'm 51 and he'd landed permission from Prestwick Airport when I get my bed in the morning because of his size of me. I still think I can play for Rangers one day. I'm going to shout out to my wee nephew, Rory. Sometimes he's running about down there. Rory Wilson, watch that name. He could end up at the Rangers goalkeeper one day, and that is no joke, by the way. Anyway, but right. So the next one, Russell Martin's. Aye, see, Middlesbrough behind us. Yeah. Yeah, fair dues. So Russell Martin's interview today. What's right? I've written it. We've got a kind of thingy here. The young chap he talked about, we're trying to get it from Palace. How do we say his name? Raksaki. Russell Martin talked about it today. Now, if he didn't think was a solid chance of getting him, he'd have done the usual. We don't talk about players that are with a team. There's something to this. I know that I think the Journal, 4 lads, I'm assuming 4 lads, have all talked about him. I think there's something to this. You know, I always say I've got no contacts and all that, but I think there's something to that.
I think there has to be. It would usually be the PR response of, he's not our player, we won't talk about him.
Move on.
But but the fact that he has talked about him, he's a high-rated youngster as well.
Absolutely.
He's worth 10 million quid.
Aye. I know. I mean, there's conflicting stories whether that the Rangers review said there's no option to buy, and the chap from the Athletic says it is. So you know, whatever. I always feel if there's not an option to buy, see at the end of the tenor at the team, see if we want him, we'll just say, look, can we buy him? You know, I can not under the table. That sounds dodgy, but you know, if the young chap wants to stay with the Rangers and we can afford him, we'll get first dibs.
Aye.
I would think, unless we get outbid.
If we get outbid, then he's not going to. But if he shows that he wants to play for the club, and both parties are happy,
here we go.
Then who are we to say no?
And young, hopefully he played with young Gassama down at Chef Wed's, and was it Chef Wednesday? I think they know each other, so hopefully he's lifted the phone to him and said. And I'll tell you something, that performance the other night at iBooks, players that are maybe coming to us that we don't know about yet might be like, oh well,
going against Europe's elite,
especially if we get through.
Aye.
I think we'll go through. Do you?
I'm confident. I think. Obviously, the next tie is a little bit difficult. And if let's just say that we don't get through, a Europa League tie is a little bit easier.
I'm getting penalty from age. But the gaffer's not going to sit back. I don't think that's actually. See the other night, I think. See when it was 2-0 towards the end, I think they were both kind of happy with that. You know, they didn't want to get humped because they started time wasting in the first half. You know, I noticed that.
That's a really good comment there, Tommy.
Tam.
Still feel like we need experience, just that sort of player to get a team 3 points.
I know. But the thing is, it's what's the date? The 25th. We've still got 5 weeks of the transfer window. Like I've said, I'll judge there's 2 points of judgment for me. September the 1st, who we've signed, we can make a kind of rough guess. It's not till mid-October. They've all been playing together, right? Okay. You know, aye.
First couple of games, you're not going to get the best out of them.
Absolutely.
Because some players might not have English as their first language, still having to learn and needing to learn their teammates as well, how they play and what they do.
This is a good, some players to see if we can see compress. Definitely, Mark. Definitely. You know, aye. And then I think right now is a tricky period as well to sign players because players are just coming back. Clubs have got new managers, you know, things like that. They say, no, I don't want you. Like, I think Connor Cody's a prime example of that. Leicester have got a new gaffer. And I think he's thought, no, I want to look at this chap.
Well, Connor Cody did travel on the European tour.
He did?
He has travelled, yes.
Right, yeah.
His pictures getting on the plane.
So that's right, yeah.
I think that one is dead in the water.
Aye.
But we have brought in 2 centre-backs.
Yep.
Fernandez and...
I can't say his name either. The chap from Wolves, he was great the other night.
I don't want to see him in the case of getting cancelled for racism. Because it's
a difficult name, yes.
But they both look solid.
Absolutely. And he made a mistake in the second half. I think he tried to Beckenbauer and he got robbed, but he got it back, something along that line. But I saw him go like that, waving to his teammates, and I thought that was great. Joe Rothwell, right? That's a player. I was watching him off the ball. He was always talking. He was talking. You know, and he gets stuck in. It reminds me of Two Guy in a roundabout way. You know, you might not admit you'll not. Well, and that's just come into my head. See, use the chaps listening to Joe Rothwell and Two Guy. Am I making sense there? Oh, Andy. Do you know something, Andy? Seeing my page in the 14 years I've had it, I've never, ever put up or guessed a team. It frustrates the life out of me. I lose sleep over it. But no, Trump's about an hour and a half away. That Rothwell, that I would sitting here now. Tav will be here this year, no matter what. I think Rothwell will be the captain coming in. You know, he's got that leadership quality.
He's also, there was a lot of talk on social media about him just cleaning up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was doing.
Aye.
He was a proper Rangers number 6. Somebody that's not scared to get stuck in. Somebody that's everywhere. That's what we need.
Absolutely. And he said in his interview today, the gaffer said to him, I'm here, I want you here as well to look after the young team. You know, look after the youngsters, an arm round the shoulder. You know, I mean, like I say, like the young friendly cuts and stuff like that. It can be simple things like let's go for not a pint or something. Like, you know, we'll go for something to eat his flats together. Just, you know,
I think he'll be good for Bailey Rice's development as well. They both play the same position. Bailey Rice is already an amazing player. He's much better than I'll ever be. But I think that having someone in the same position as him will be really helpful to his development.
Because I remember it was I think it was I will always quote Sir Alex Ferguson. I think you need 3 players for every position. You know, I mean, it's not easy to do. You know, I mean, but that's it. But Rangers, I've just got a good feeling. Like, you know, I was nervous getting into the game, and it's just I just feel we're brilliant and in a good place. Right, we got here. We're reading all. I
think we will see Asgard tomorrow.
That's the thing. I think you'll get 45 minutes anyway to get the match fitness up. That's a good shout, Derek.
Indiana.
From Indiana, in the States somewhere. Okay, he's in.
Your president's about to be here.
But Asgard. Yeah, that's the thing. That'll be a fitness thing. I think he'll be told as well, no, don't go in for any 50-50s and stuff like that. Ride a tackle. You know, I think
keep it nice and easy.
To entertain the crowd as well. Show the punters, show the Bears what you're good. Stop them sliding knee slides celebrations, man. I don't want you to dislocate a knee. But I've got a feeling the gaffer will have said, listen, none of that.
I think he would have. I think he's a player that likes to showboat as well. We'll get to see a wee bit of that. The young kids might be learning some new skills off him.
I mean, it's a confidence thing, though, isn't it? I mean, to do that and coming on for how long was he on the pitch? 3 minutes or something, and he scored. What does that do for a boy's confidence? Like, you know, and I'm sure that I've seen that there's people making up songs for him already, man. So yeah, I mean, there's a hammer throwers in Scotland. We'll see, but that's when Joe Rothwell comes in. Can you have fucking banjo that guy for you, you know? But I don't talk about referees. Hopefully, our referees are fair. But it's
the ref was a little bit soft. It was a little bit soft.
But the whole team. I was just and we've got to talk about Butland, the keeper. His saves. That was the Andy Gorham, Stephen Kloss type saves. The McGregor. I've been critical of him last year, and I want to be proven wrong because we all know what the boy can do. And
do you think we need to bring someone in to push him on, though?
Well, the thing is, a week ago, one of the gaffers' interviews, he was asked about the goalkeeper, and he basically, you cannot say yes, we're looking for a new goalkeeper because that just ruins the boy's confidence, especially a goalkeeper. But he basically said we're looking for a strength in any position. If a goalkeeper comes available, we will buy him. I would think, but you know yourself. For me, and I know a lot of people disagree, which is great. For me, the goalkeeper's the number one position. Because goalkeepers, again, Sir Alex Ferguson, are goalkeepers between 9 and 15 points a year. You know what I mean?
Goalkeepers win games.
Well, goalkeepers win, teams win trophies, goalkeepers win championships or something like that. You know, I think that's the thing. I tell you what, Fergie being there, that's massive.
Aye. He doesn't put a stamp of approval on something if he doesn't agree with it. He hasn't been there in a while. And his reaction...
Sorry, I'm just trying to find as after the big save said, oh yeah, and that's great. I remember years ago, not years, well, it was during the downtime there. When was it? Candeas, was it? Remember he stopped one in the line in a European game and went absolutely mental, and that got the crowd going as well. Like, I
mean, getting a big save is just like scoring a goal for a striker.
Absolutely,
and they should be allowed to celebrate.
Absolutely, but yeah, no, Russell. Sorry, Jack Butland. That first season that he was brilliant for us, and that song's brilliant, isn't it? The wee man's looking for Trump going in. It's about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock he'll be here. Because he left Andrews about 3 o'clock UK time, and it's about 6.5 hours. You'll know, trust me, because there's troppers and all that got up. I've seen him here before. Where was that seen Air Force One? I seen it, but I flew back from the Falklands, right? And you fly into RAF Bryce Norton, and it was when they were retrialing Concorde. Concorde was there, and Air Force One was there. It was mad, like, you know. Aye, Concorde used to train here when I was growing up, but see the noise, it done your head in after a while. You know,
afterburners.
Well, it's just it's loud, you know. But it was great seeing it. But after 4 days, you're like, you know what I mean? Because I'm sort of diverse in a wee bit. What some people won't know, Prestwick Airport, the runway any aircraft can land there. When the shuttle was up and about, it was one of the runways for it. It could land at in an emergency, and it was the least fog for an airport in Europe.
That's amazing.
That's why I'll never shut. And there's a lot. I'm sitting right over there. You can see my seat there, Tammy. I see them flying past all day. The military planes from all over the world. When you live next to the airport, you get used to it. But it's very, very useful. You know what I mean? You know the location of it. And I think there's a few sneaky ones come in. You know the spy stuff and all that. But anyway. Right, next one we've got Rovwell. Right, the future. Aye, how you sitting here now? Sitting here now. How do you sitting here now? How you feeling about the Rangers?
I'm feeling confident. I think that obviously we know that we can play football. Aye, hopefully. I've heard Air Force One can play left back as well. But no, I definitely feel confident. I think that we've every right to feel confident.
Absolutely.
I think that we'll win something this season. I'm hoping it's the league.
Yep.
If it's not, big failure.
Aye, I think so. I don't think we like the winning the league's a big failure. It depends how much we lose it by. If it's Bohairs, excited with a touch of F. Mark saying here, yeah. Right. This is a tough one, Robert. I know he had a new kid, a new baby. Was it his first child?
No, it wasn't. It was third.
Right, I've got kids, and I know what it's like when they're born. But I'm led. Was he not? I don't know. Was the kid not ill when it was born?
It might have been, but I think that if I was the Rangers manager at that point, I wouldn't have played him. But they would have asked him, "You're right," you know, and he would have said yes. But it's because he wants to play football. I think that when your mind's not solely on the football, your focus can go and
definitely
focus.
Absolutely, aye. 8 in a row season goal. Absolutely. Tommy Bradford. Keepers win his championships. You know, the young champion. What was his called? Was the defender that set up the who played right back the other night? Max Aarons. He didn't have the best of games, and people were judging him. It was his first game, but he'd never went down.
He also played left back for half the game, and he's not a natural left back.
It's not his strongest position, but he can play both. But do you know something? The two what's he called? Asgard and Cody. They're both right-footed. Can you imagine one of them in each wing? Because this cutting in thing's not, you don't really see that often. It's a big thing now. Like somebody said in the page, I can't remember the chap that said it started with Chris Waddle. He used to do that, but you rarely saw left foot or left wing, right wing, or right foot, you know. But I mean, we've got fibre, and I don't think fire in. The gap.
Lucky seeing the glory years. All I've seen is 55 and getting to a European final.
Is that Mark? Well, I'm 51. Mark, we've seen it. I can't wait to see myself. But I say it's a young team. This lot, the kids under. I don't mean kids. I don't mean that condescending. The chaps under 24, 25. They don't know what it's like to win all the time. Like me, my pal Brian and Peter, we used to get drive from here, from Troon down to up to Ibrox during 9 in a row, and we parked up at Dunbrec because that's actually where I'm from in Glasgow, near Bella Park. And we'd walk down to Ibrox and we were talking about Rangers because we knew we were going to win. You know, that's another thing. We need Ibrox a fortress. We want fat teams scared to come to Ibrox. You know,
it's not a fortress just now.
No, it's been for years.
It's just like it's a bit dead now.
It is a bit. Mark, you're an old fart and all then. But I feel it's a very, very interesting time. I know I've mentioned on the page that it reminds me of the Souness was in with a bang, but there's something there about it. It's because of the governorship as well. We've got billionaires that know how to run it. Oh, I love did you see Paul Murray's interview?
No.
Oh, brilliant. It's on the record podcast. I forgot to put that there. It was and there's a snippet, and it's they ask him how he got in touch with the Mr. Chairman, and he said he got in touch without going on it too much. He got in touch with him, and do you know what he did first? He went and bought tickets for the Copland Road and sat in the Copland Road for the first few games.
Right.
He just sat with the Bears, and I'll tell you something: the Rangers fans helped sell because he'll have talked to him. He'd probably been in. You wouldn't have known he was a billionaire or whatever he is, and he'll have talked to the guys downstairs at the bookies thing and all that. And a guy with that intellect, he'll have been constantly taking notes. And I tell you what, the Copland Road a big applause to the Bears in there. You helped sell our team to this chap. You know, that was huge.
I think what was also good to see was that the Parag Marathi, just as I was coming to meet you, I saw them enter the stadium. And that's good because you want them there.
The first game anyway. I mean, these guys are extremely busy, but that was our first game there. And I saw what I'm going to assume some of the board members, their kids were there as well. And you see there's one with the young boys with his heat up off the thing. And that's great. He's getting the bug, you know. And Fergie, Sir Alex Ferguson next to Richard Gough, you know, that was great. I know, man. It's just a nice feeling around our football club now, you know. And like I say, I can show you, Tam. On my page, like I've got 38,000, 43,000, whatever. I had banned about 250, 300 in the last 14 years. The last 6 months, it's about 12,000 because I just go through the smileys and ban. I banned about 10 a day. What does that tell you? And the abuse I get, the DMs off of you fat orange so-and-so. Like, brilliant, man. Get up, you. But I can't back to glory. Absolutely. Young at heart, Mark. Yeah, absolutely. There's really mad, yeah. I don't know too much. Do you know more about this chap?
I know a wee bit. Hang on, there we are. So there's been a wee bit of controversy around it.
Okay.
Because the guy is from Israel.
Okay.
Apparently, when he was younger, he was in some active war service.
Every Israeli does 2 years war service. Well, national service.
Apparently, a group of fans.
Rangers fans?
Apparently a group of Rangers fans have written to the club.
Okay.
And said, we want nothing to do with this because of where he's from.
So that's racism?
Yeah.
What happens if he was from Nigeria and say we don't want because of the colour? If that's true, that's really disappointing. With Israelis at a club before, because if you're on Twitter, Noah, she's a lass from Tel Aviv. She's a lawyer. She comes to Ibrox. She's a Tel Aviv native. She says he's a great player, and
he does seem like an absolutely amazing player.
He wants to. I think they've upped their price as well. But if that's true about the Rangers fans writing to the club now, we're a club open to all, Protestant, Catholic, Jew, Muslim, whatever, and everything in between. Gingers are a bit, but I'm only joking, by the way.
And Baldies.
The man thinks it's funny, but I am no. That's disappointing if that's true because we're not that club.
No,
you know, but
100%. All welcome.
Absolutely, Camo over in YouTube. That's Disney Mark. We signed Mo Johnson. You know what I mean? And it took a while for people to accept him, but then he scored against the Celtic, and it was But the glory days, Air Force One in the background, a bit yet, Stu, but I don't know, he's got me twitching now. But you can't see it on Flight Radar because
see it on ADSB Exchange.
Do you know how to find it? I thought the transponder was off.
I've got it on ADSB Exchange.
Right, let's see what it is then, because I'm sure because the planes have been taken off that way. Which means
I'll be able to get the plane that's following them.
Oh, there's like 5 of them, man. I think that the one is one in front of them, isn't there? But I tell you what, I think Air Force One flies a bit faster and higher than other planes, doesn't it? So, but it's some bit of kit when you see it, like, and it's like I've worked in Israel as well, and they're great people. By Tel Aviv, Israel's a great night out. El Al airplanes, they've got lasers in the bottom of their planes and all that, which is quite sad. But anyway, that's not what I'm here for.
Hang on.
I think
I've turned the transponder off now.
I think these. That means it might be close.
Well, hang on.
Where's it? Let's see, big man.
There we are.
Where is he? Where is he?
Just over the sea.
Aye, but the sea's a big place.
Iceland.
Because right, so that's it's a good hour away, yeah. Aye. That's quite sad, Chris. I mean, It's hard how to word this without offending anyone, but it doesn't matter. Just go put that blue shirt on and score goals or stop goals.
Aye.
You know, work your nuts off. You know, that's what I loved the other night. The team, they just worked hard as well. Nobody's head whipped down in the first half. But where is he?
So there's this plane there. So that's one that's in front of him, and then there's that one there. So
he's a bit away yet. Like he's a bit away, an hour or two yet. Because for you to see him, there's a place called your best going train to Prestwick Airport, over into Prestwick Airport, then you'll see where all the spotters are, like, you know. But so where are we? We're at 38. That's us half an hour. Will we knock it in the head then? You happy?
So I think we've talked about all we've
So this is my fourth one, and this is more coffee. This is quite cool. That's out in the balcony. My feet are getting cold, mind you, but that's because I'm old and fat. Right, Tam, that was brilliant. Right.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
No problem. We'll beer now. Right. Thanks everyone for following and interacting. That's brilliant. Cheers.